I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to design and make over this teenager's bedroom in a cosy country attic room, and I loved the creative challenges that this design brought. The customer wanted to use their existing IKEA Malm drawers, their built-in wardrobes, and they had bought a new bed, a boho inspired storage bed from dusk.com. They wanted a desk in the dormer space. I ended up designing and building a bar height desk. You can see a full video on that, which I can link down below. Keep watching for layout ideas, a Malm makeover, some boho style, and the client's fantastic reaction. To start off the process, the client shared their Pinterest board where I could really quickly see the exact style that they were after, with lots of white on white, warm wood tones with baskets, rattans, weaves, and that lovely boho vibe with chunky knits. Once the client had shared her board and we knew what design direction we were going in, we looked at the furniture placement and we knew that the bed had to go on the chimney breast, and this created some awkward spaces where I felt it would be really helpful to install some IKEA lac shelves. The shelves provided the perfect opportunity for some styling, some storage, but also keeping the space feeling quite airy. I suggested we installed some Roman blinds that were surface mounted and we moved them up to give the illusion of extra height. Once we had the main design direction and furniture placement, it was time for us to head to the shops and start shopping for the project. I bought almost all of the finishing touches in my local The Range store. Once I checked them out and took them home, it was time to get over to the client's house and start the makeover. Once the room was cleared and painted, we looked at installing the lac shelves. We put them onto a wooden batten to make sure they were really solid. Lac shelves can be prone to being a little bit wobbly, so the wooden batten meant that we could get a really good securing. I used some panelling I had left over from a previous project and I cut it up with the electric saw, but you could also do this by hand. I stuck each slat to the front of the Malm drawers, and in the end I completed the look with some brass handles from Amazon. And if you stay tuned till the end, you'll see how fabulous this looked. I mounted the Roman blinds and then we started to dress the room. I start by using a plain white duvet set that the customer already had with some fringing on it. This original duvet set was from Primark, and I simply drape it over the bed and fold it down to give it a nice casual look. I also styled 2 sets of pillows sitting up, and that gives a nice casual feeling as well. I placed the baskets that are from IKEA on the ground. The customer also had an existing bedside table that was just plain white, and I felt that it might be nice to stain the legs on these, so we did this, and I put the bedside table on the left hand side to balance the furniture. This stool is absolutely perfect for both a storage container and an occasional seat. The client loved this lamp in rattan for the bedside table. The stunning oversized rustic vase is perfect on the right hand side. This will be styled with 3 fans in a natural colour, and these add texture and a really bold design statement. I used some leftover packaging from the bedding to stuff in the jar. This will create a base for the fans, and I take a bit of time to position them with the larger at the back corner and the 2 at the front. Primark is where I got this set of 2 baskets. They are perfect contrast to the IKEA ones that we have on the floor. This little green vase is absolutely gorgeous with its grasses. The pop of colour will help balance out some other elements of green I'm going to bring into the design later on. I drill a hole in the ceiling and I screw in some cup hooks that I picked up from B&Q. These hooks are for hanging up 2 faux eucalyptus. When I hang them and I stand back and look at the balance, just isn't quite right. They're just hanging a little bit too low. So I want to shorten these. So I wrap around the additional cord and I use the hanging hook just to wrap that round the hook coming from the ceiling, and it secures everything in place. This small wicker lamp is the perfect size for styling on the chest of drawers, and it will cast a really interesting shadow on the ceiling. Next up, I have 2 oak and white frames. I place the pictures onto the glass, making sure that they're central, and I use the backing paper that came with the frame. One side is white and one side is patterned, and I simply flip it over to create this large white modern looking border. This texture candle holder is absolutely beautiful and adds some texture to the shelf. For finishing touches to the bed, this green cushion in the same fabric as the headboard is perfect, along with a geometric cushion. This arch cushion completes the look and reflects the shape that we've created in the wardrobe. I add a buttermilk throw in this lovely soft texture with tassels, and then I complement it with this chunky grey knit. The throws are casually draped across the bed, and we complete the look with this funky knot cushion. I created a really simple geometric artwork to hang above the bed and put it into this oak frame and hung it on the chimney breast with the 2 hooks on the back, making sure it was central, and I used a 1/3, 2/3 rule for the space below and above the frame. I sat at the custom made desk and imagined I was doing my makeup to see where this retractable mirror would need to be placed. Then I mounted it onto the wall using these fixings, marking up the bracket and using the size of drill mentioned on the packaging for putting in the fittings. I secure the bracket to the wall, fluff out the mirror and screw it to the wall. I style the custom made desk with this white and brass dome lamp and I place it in front of the window that doesn't open. Then I use this Amazon leather effect desk mat to protect the surface and a small vase with some berries from TK Maxx. Last thing to place is this marble holder and pens, and then we're ready for the final reveal.
It's so nice. Oh, I love it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you loved something or liked something about this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll see you over in this next video.